The gnomes presented themselves in a very gnomic way with the classic hat and the classic colours, etc. So the kids went away and knew and understood that word as gnome. They were gnomes that they saw.
Before the big event with the primary school kids seeing the Wollaton Park Gnomes, as we know now, there were at least 4 other cases before that. And this one makes it a 5th.
One was driving the car, one was outside the car. And I was going, bumper car, nodding, bumper car. Apparently I was insistent.
Adamant that she saw it, and yes I did see it. I saw a little man in a little bubble car.
There's a gnome sat there on a bench at Wollaton Park eating a sandwich. From here, a colourful car appears, and out of the car is a typical big ears-like figure, complete with the beard, with the hat, with a colourful coat. And he walks over to the other one, punches him on the nose, takes the sandwich, gets in the car drives away, and as this happens, the entire scene just disappears.
Is that they appear to have tools. They appear to be functioning with almost technology, as it were. They use pickaxes, they use spades.
The thing that I find intriguing, the fact that it's Wollaton Park.
Yes.
Which has a long tradition of mining. It was built on the money made from mines.
And a lot of descriptions from the Germanic world around gnomes have gnomes carrying pickaxes, spades, because they're miners, because of this idea.
They appear to drive cars. Cars that also defy gravity or defy kind of... they hop over logs.
The obvious source for something like that is Nottingham.
Sure.
It's an iconic picture. It was always them in the car together. There is this little car that what's the 2 minutes in the car.
Some of the children described the cars with their triangular lights being in the trees. And that just stirred a memory of Frank Earp's encounter with what he called the boggart.
We did an episode in Eerie, Essex on fairies, and by fairies I mean that whole plethora of gnomes, fairies, boggarts, brownies, the whole lot of them. And a lot of them did start with twinkling lights or music. One would normally happen before the event.
But the children first sight lights in the trees.
Yes, that's right, yes.
There's the presence of twinkling lights.
That I saw this year were small kind of lights that flash.
Oh, cool, like fairy lights.
Like fairy lights. And they were blue. There was blue ones, red ones, and white ones. Last year when I saw them, they were very solid kind of blue lights. They didn't flash. Then they came down from high up in the tree and just sort of floated down. They were about maybe a metre or 2 away from me.
Floating down toward him, a detail that strongly echoes the Radford children of Wollaton Hall, describing in those trees just before the gnomes appeared. This is the A to Z of Curious Nottinghamshire, strange stories of mysteries, crimes and eccentrics by a good friend of ours, Frank E. Earp. Now, so what's his interpretation, or understanding of this? Because he has an earlier encounter, doesn't he, in the 1960s, with something similar.
Watching the mist as it began to thicken, as we watched a cloud of mist, donut-shaped, round, the size of a fairground dodgem car, or bumper car, formed and rose above the bed to the height of around 4 feet. The remaining body of mist, which now covered most of the basin, stayed within inches of the ground. The cloud began to sparkle with a myriad of tiny pearl-coloured lights, which blinked on and off with an incandescent glow.
You know, why hovering cars? What were the mechanics of a hovering car?
The weird thing that the gnomes come down from the trees in one of the newspaper accounts.
Children recorded or encountered these cars as being in the trees, and okay, that wasn't what I thought it was. I thought he was going to say the same thing, but he did say that there were lights which kind of formed as though they would form the same centre. In other words, like car headlights.
What I find remarkable listening to that, I was not aware of the way that it was described at the end of it. The fact that it said the word dodgem.
Yes.
Let's go bumper car, nodding, bumper car.
Reading this right, that Frank Earp and his friends were encountering something that was manifesting, whereas the children back in 1979 actually had it manifest.
This is the swamp area. Basically, it's the area that's still wild. Search of gnomes. This is where you come. This may well have been the path that those young children took in '79. Across this field beyond the tree line here to what would have been the adventure playground on the other side, which is now the car park.
I'm actually random train of thought, but
It's 1979. When was the Equinox?
yeah. So we're going on a random train of thought here. The actual date that the children had broken into the grounds was on September the 23rd. I just wanted to look, just for purely my own reasons really, and a guess, was the autumnal equinox on the same day? And, well, bang on the money. So the actual equinox was on September the 23rd.
Do you think that's been picked up before?
I don't know. So was the encounter that the children had actually due to the veil being thin, so that the children literally did see something that normally they shouldn't have been able to?
We've heard stories of gnomes.
No.
This is a botanical garden, isn't it? So,
Yes.
Botanical. So I'm trying to find out about the legends and stories of this particular location. I've heard there are stories about gnomes here. I wonder if you could share with us if you know of any.
We do. A gnome has actually appeared in the Botanic Garden. It appeared one day, crows, brought it in, dropped it in, took it from somebody's garden, flew over, dropped it in. Have you found the gnome?
I did indeed, yes. Hiding by the bench. So here is our little gnome figure. So this is the gnome of Wollaton Hall, quite literally.
The one that suddenly appeared.
Yeah.
But I love the fact it's just behind a plant that's called Peter Pan.